Alrighty, couple of WoW sub replays for you. First featuring the Marvel in his Dracula. And he's platooning with Control Add Delete, both of them in the WoW clan, both extremely good players, and they're going to be playing on Normandy, and as observed at the start, they are going to be playing bottom tier, which, as we all know when we play in platoon, will always be the case. Anyhow, for all of that, they're going to go straight into the middle and have a good look at what's going around. Kind of looking at the tanks they're driving, this is exactly what they should be doing. I mean, camping at the back in a drac and a dragon is not, what you want to be doing, is it really? So they're going to push around to the middle here, and they're going to get a little bit of a revelation stroke oh shit moment in a minute when they realise that the red team have pushed all the way around extremely aggressively, and they're now kind of exposed on that flank. And I was kind of watching this back, and I was just kind of like, isn't this game just how Blitz is at the moment? It's like so aggressive. There's no finesse, is there? It's like, as good as making Iron Fist and just all yellow one flank really hard, and yeah, well, shall we play a distance game and use any tactics? No! And that's kind of what it's like at the moment, and it makes life when you're bottom tier a lot harder, and you've got to think about what you're doing. You're not going to get the distance game you want. You're not going to get a nice finesse kind of, ticky-tacky football kind of game these days. You're just going to get people rocking up in their IS-5s because they drive an IS-5 straight down the middle, and this guy here, massively overextended, going to get what he deserves. And you can see from the first few shots that the Marvel's taken, in this game, that the Drac has a pretty good gun, but it's not massively accurate. And on top, when you're dealing with monsters like IS-5s and the WZ up there, and in fact most tanks of this tier, when you're bottom tier, the pen is going to have to be, it's going to be hard. So you're going to have to use the mobility of the tank to get around the back of things and to get them penned. And this is exactly what the Marvel's doing. I love this game, and I love what he does, because he's thinking the whole time. He's using the mobility of the tank, and he's getting basically into the arses of things, and he's CODing them and doing exactly what you should be doing in this tank. And when this tank is driven in this manner, it just looks so OP, doesn't it? And people go, the Dracula's OP. Well, this sort of is, but you've got to drive it like this. You've got to drive it with thought and finesse. The speed of the tank will get you into all sorts of trouble if you want to YOLO it. It doesn't have a lot of armour. It's a bit like the CDC. So you got to drive it like this, and this is an absolute bloody masterclass in how to drive this tank. If anyone wants to know how to drive the Dracula, watch this. I love this. Look, he could have rammed him. No, he's not going to waste one single hit point. What a tight ass. Anyway, he's moving around, and if you look at it now, it's 3-on-2, but Control Add Delete is in hit point distress Maximus, and it's also had a great game. He's been holding like a boss and basically leveraging off the Drac. So shot into the HTC. I was watching this back. I actually think it's really unlucky to get caught there with that shot. There you go. HTC gets what he deserves. He gets under the gun of the Borsig and round and gone. He obviously couldn't protect his platoon mate there, but he's going to, for all of that, use the death to get a pretty much free kill. And then he's left with the Borsig. And I was kind of reflecting on sometimes in Blitz how you need a little bit of luck. And I watched this game a couple of times. What I came to realise whilst my Swedish compadre does a little sort of Volvo V70 scenic Swedish tour of Normandy is that the Borsig has not had a bad game. He's got 2 kills. He's done pretty well. The Borsig has the stock gun. And I realised it after watching it twice. It's funny, isn't it? And I'm sure the Marvel, when he was playing, realised it as well. But he's got the big, long Borsig gun, not the nasty, stubby, wreak all hell, oh my god, that hurt gun, which is going to play a crucial kind of deciding factor in the end of this game. So if you got the Borsig with the top gun, you're going to be rolling, what, 420 to 460 alpha a hit, and if you don't, you're going to be doing less than that. And this is ultimately the deciding factor in the game, because the Borsig is full health, but he is not rocking the top gun. Now the Marvel has loaded up his heat and basically scouted around and not been able to spot the Borsig. The Borsig has got very, very good camo values, as does the Dracula, so this makes for an interesting little game of cat and mouse, if you like. And I'm kind of looking at it going, this is going to be well close, because decent roll from the Borsig, it's all over for the Marvel. But then I realised it ain't the top gun. So actually, he can take a full roll pretty much and still be okay. It's just whether he takes 2 full rolls and whether they're max damage rolls and what the crew skills are in the Borsig and all sorts of other interesting factors. But there he is, and the worst is going to happen here. He's going to get absolutely clouted for 490. But now he knows the guy's on a reload and he can go and get busy with circling of death in him. And I was kind of looking at this going, probably if I was driving that Borsig, I would have maybe put it against a building or against a red line on the corner of the map so the Drac couldn't get around me. But, you know, hindsight's a wonderful thing. Look, he's got the big knob off long gun, and that's a hit for 179, and it is freaking all over. And that's a 3k damage game. It's a Radliz, it's 5 kills, and, you know, just great. If you want to see the Dracula played exceptionally well, you know, there it was. And as I would say to the Marvel, that really was quite good, my friend. Really was, you know, better than averagely okay. So I put it on the channel. The second game is from the AK47-Rifle, and it is a mastery in the 7.7.1, something that I can only dream of because mine is stock. Anywho, the AK-47 was like, put my game on channel, it's amazing, you should watch it. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'm really busy and la 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 la. He goes, no, just watch the goddamn game. So I watched it, and he was very nice about it. And I thought, yeah, actually, that is an exceptional game in the 7.7.1. So I put it on as well. He's also got a 7k damage game or something ridiculous in realistic mode. And I thought about putting that on, but I hate and detest realistic mode. Couldn't be asked to commentate on it, so I put this one on because it's, you know, like proper blitz. And it's a properly high damage game in the 7.7.1, and again I believe this is totally the way this tank needs to be played in an ideal world, and with the right circumstances and the normal caveats applied. So what he's done is obviously push around left. The Reds have, I don't know, there's some curious behaviour gone on from the Reds. When you look at the composition of their team, they are mainly heavy. So what they've done is push into the desert, which I'm not sure you'd want to be doing that in a heavy tank, would you? Like with, you know, heavy tank, lots of dunes, middle of the desert, you know, Russian heavy, flaming chuffle gun depression. Yeah, I'd want to be in the middle of the desert in that circumstance, not in hard cover in a city or anything. But for all of that, the sort of stupidity of that decision by the red team is going to play exactly into the AK-47's hands, because you've got big ass Russian heavy tanks sat out there on dunes, like, you know, like boulders, anything, side on a dune. We're like trying to use chuffle gun depression to snipe mediums on the other side of the map, and it's just kind of like, yeah. So the AK-47's basically done exactly the right thing. He's gone around the map and he's just looking out across the map. I mean, they're all spotted up because they're doing the usual, let's create an iron fist and there thing. And all he's doing is sat there with his super accurate British gun, wreaking all flaming hell on these guys, and they don't even know where the heck those nasty 300 plus doses of alpha are coming from. They've got no idea where they, look, there you go, bang, there's another one. And he can just sit here and farm them up. I mean, yeah, you're going to get the odd bounce off an IS-8, but apart from that, it's pretty much ideal. He's on a ridge, exactly where this tank wants to be. He's just literally reloading, sticking the turret over the crest, and firing. And if you watch some of the shots that he's made in this game, not that one by the way, that's just a piece of debris in the way and this, that and the other, he's hit some super shots, like, you know, on the move shots. Look at the shot he's about to make into the top of this Torp. Sweet. The Torp managed to get one back, but again he's behind a rock, he's slightly angled. You know, it's a hard shot for the Torp. And the CDC comes out, and he's just going to literally sit here and farm these guys up. I know it's just like a dream game, isn't it, for a Cent 7-1? I mean, absolutely sweet. The T-54 lightweight, to be fair to him, is kind of like, yeah, I should probably try and at least spot up the Cent 7-1 and do something with it. But I mean, look at this. Lovely. Great shot on the move. They're the sorts of shots that I don't take. I usually, because I'm an old guy, I usually stop. Don't try and hit anything on the move anymore. It's like, yeah, I can stop and aim. Here. But not so the AK-47. His youthful reactions are far better than mine. And then you got the CDC. I was going to look at that shot going, how did it not actually go through the drive wheel of the CDC, given the CDC's got no armour or anything else? I mean, to be quite honest, you could probably hit the CDC with HE, go through the gun on the Cent 7-1, but no need. And then you've got the Torp, and actually, I quite like this at the end, that the guys are basically saying, yeah, well played, Cent, and wasn't it just? He's just going to basically sit. He's got loads and loads of hit points. I think the IS comes in from takes him out. It's a bit of a shame. He was on for a Radley's, and you know, there's no rules in this game. I guess the IS did the right thing, but it would have been nice to have got Radley's out of it. But yeah, Sniper Tanker about says it, doesn't it? 4.2k from across the map, just watching the gun on the Cent 7-1 sing. Great game, mate. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Beautiful tactics. Nice one. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Bye.